The term hawk tool is surprisingly multifaceted, and depending on your circle, it can mean completely different things. But let's start with the most well-known usage: construction. It's a flat tool with a handle underneath, mainly used for holding plaster or mortar. If you've ever done drywalling or tiling, you might have seen someone holding one of these tools. They'll scoop material off of it and apply it with a trowel or float. It's one of those simple yet essential tools that pros rely on day in and day out. Now, here's where people hit a pain point. A hawk tool can look intimidating for beginners. You see pros balancing hefty blobs of plaster on it without dropping a speck. But when you try, well, let's just say your floor might not thank you. The secret? Start small. Don't heap on more material than you can comfortably control, and make sure your posture is steady. It's more of an art than a mechanical action, and it takes time to get into the groove. More practice equals fewer messes. There's another lesser-known type of hawk tool in graphic design. Ever heard of Hawksearch? It's a feature-packed search engine optimization tool that designers use to analyze, predict, and enhance user behavior on websites. It's meant to hawk-eye your data and give razor-sharp insights. It's wild how one term can connect plastering walls and analytics for user experience. If you're a web designer, Hawksearch offers an agile way to target online visibility. But fair warning, analytics tools can be a rabbit hole if you don't streamline your goals first. Pro tip for designers: don't overdo it with metrics. Pick 3 specific KPIs you actually care about, like bounce rate, time on site, and conversions, and nail them. Too much data makes it harder to tweak your designs effectively. Now, if you're in business consulting, you might hear hawk tool used metaphorically. It's a term some consultants throw around to mean any high-precision diagnostic tool that dissects a company's weaknesses. Think of it as the surgical scalpel of the corporate world. But back to the tangible hawk tool concept. In masonry, versions of hawk tools have been in ancient history for literal centuries. Romans reportedly crafted similar tools for their architectural feats. Talk about old-school multitasking. Fun fact for the DIY enthusiasts: in Portland, where I live, we have a thriving maker community. Hawk tools often pop up in maker spaces where people learn woodworking or try their hand at small-scale construction projects. You'd be surprised how practical it is. My own introduction to a hawk tool was through drywall repairs at home. I thought, do I really need this? But once I got one, it was like light bulbs going off. It saved me so much time in evening out spackle without ridiculous wrist strain. Final thought: no matter what field you're in, whether DIY, web design, or consulting, you probably already have a hawk tool in your life. It's that game-changer object or system that takes your work from strain to flow state.